comes out in 2 weeks? This week.
Yeah, fuck. We're not gonna make it.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and flapping your jacks. My name is Brent, aka Boo Up. I'm with my man Rick, aka I Do Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
You know how everybody's going crazy with the pandemic and things like that? I already had that little mini scare on Tuesday, and I've been sick all week, and I think I'm getting better, but I still have like this nagging cough, and I was like scaring myself every day, watching these videos of coronavirus symptoms and stuff like that, and I was like, oh man, I do feel kind of feverish, and I was like, oh wait, no, it's just me being tired, you know? So it's pretty scary out there, but all I can say is I have a lot of toilet paper, so I am loaded, I'm ready. And I have cough medicine.
It is crazy times we live in. So you're confirmed that you don't have the coronavirus?
Supposedly, but yeah, I was like trying to go to work the other day, and they didn't want me to come into work, so I was like, oh, okay. Because I need to earn money, and I'm a team player. I like to show that I can work with the team, but yeah. So tomorrow I was like debating. I don't know if I should come in or not, but I do have work to do. So yeah.
How nervous were you before they told you that it wasn't coronavirus?
Maybe on a scale of 10 being scared, 1 not. I think I was like at a 6 or 7-ish.
Oh, you weren't really that worried then.
I was kind of. That's why it got me to urgent care, you know?
Oh, yeah, you actually went to the doctors for it.
Yeah, so when I got there, I was like seeing everyone around me, and everybody was sick. I was like, oh my God, this is a pretty full waiting room. So I put on my mask, and I was doing my very best not to cough so I don't get discriminated on. But yeah, and then everywhere I go to, I 100% try not to cough, and it scares me to now that when I'm in public I cough. I'm afraid I'll have these eyes looking at me and things like that. So that's 100%. Why when I went to Office Depot today so I could buy a chair so I can start remoting from home. I accidentally like coughed right in front of one of the sales guy, and he like turned the corner so fast. I've never seen him ever again in the entire store. I saw like his coworker come by, and I was like, oh shit, I better not cough again. I just don't want to live that situation.
Damn, dude. What times we live in right now?
Yep.
That's so wild. Because I had the same thing where I'm trying to hold in my cough. I've had a nagging cough. I had the crazy ass flu like a month ago. And I've kind of had a cough since then, you know?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't help now that everybody's getting corona. That if I cough, it just makes it that much worse. Just like your situation, man. Where everybody just now, especially since it got so serious, everybody just gives you the side eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
and I'm
so
like,
funny.
I'm doing my best, you know. Sometimes I try to act normal. I'm like trying to talk as best as normal I can too. I'm like, yeah, I would like some fries with that.
I totally get that, dude. I was at, what was it, Chick-fil-A? And while I was ordering through the drive-thru, it was so hard. I must have sounded so awkward talking, man, because I was like, talking short spurts, like, oh yeah, let me get a number 2 with Chick-fil-A sauce, please.
Are we having dial-up connections over there?
It's like, yeah, man, it's so bad because I just don't want one like even clear my throat to let that shit slip out, or else people just think the worst immediately, right?
Exactly. That's why I'm like afraid to go to work too. You know, like I'm doing my best to work, but still, I don't like that. I think So Tuesday I went to urgent care. Wednesday I actually tried going back to work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the manager, the one of the other managers, not under me, but um, she like ended up sending me home because she found out that I was sick. So I was
Mm.
like, oh man, like
Oh
everyone's
shucks.
avoiding me like the plague, and I gotta go home. Oh shucks, you know.
Uh, yeah, man. Well, it's not just. I guess it's not just you. Not like even healthy people that aren't sick at all. Just everybody's working from home now, dude. I know in the county, local government at least, they're thinking about it. They haven't said 100% for sure that you can, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of important, so I can't work from home, dude.
Dude, I would say that yeah,
R.I.P.
just start coughing. Just like
Just let it loose.
what do you want? You want a report?
I'll try it tomorrow. I'll see what people look at me too weird, man. Start coughing, just not hold that shit back, dude. But yeah, everything's shutting down, dude. You can't hang out with more than 250 people at the same time, man. I read in one country you can't hang out with more than 6 people at the same time. So what the fuck?
Dude, yeah, I saw that. It was like a ban till the end of March or something.
Crazy.
And yeah, I was actually we had a trip planned, and it was supposed to go to Universal Studios for that Food Network Top Chef stuff.
Ah,
Turns out that was canceled, and I was like, oh, that sucks, you know. Then I get another email, WonderCon canceled. And I
yep,
was like, dude, this is not fair at all. And then all of a sudden I get that text from one of our friends saying, oh yeah, Disneyland is closed. I was like,
dude. Yeah,
bro, what is going on? I heard Coachella was closed.
until
One,
October.
yeah, Comic Con might be closed, and then one of our friends was saying PAX West might not even uh,
Happen.
happen.
Yeah,
So
because Washington, I guess the Seattle area is a pretty um like they're and in fact that was one of the first cases in America was over there. So you know they're gonna be super iffy, and you know Seattle, man, they're just gonna take everything to heart and be super proactive in trying to prevent that shit from spreading, dude. But
yeah, cutting
it's
down
fucking wild, man.
trees.
Crazy part is I actually had a coworker who was gonna go to Japan. Actually, this week she was gonna go to Japan, and one of the main things she wanted to see in Japan was Disneyland in Japan. They have like a sea park over there too. Did you know about that?
No,
It's
I
like a
am down to go.
water. It's like a water themed Disneyland or whatever. So she was literally about to. She was literally supposed to leave like this past Saturday and be there like today basically. And she had to cancel that trip because of Corona. You know what I mean? And I think
Yep.
those were the first Disneylands to close. The one in Shanghai, and then the ones in Japan. So she had all this time off still. She was able to get all her money back from the flights and stuff because they understand. So she's like, oh, you know what? Let's just go to Disney World instead. Next thing you know, fucking Disney World's closed, bros. So it's
Yeah,
just a no go all around, man.
and that's the thing too. I saw the flights where they're offering, really really cheap flights to all
Mm-hmm.
over the countries and all over the world, and then I think it was a week later we're like, yeah, we're starting to ban people from different countries coming back to US. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
that's a one-way ticket then.
Yeah.
You fly there, you're never coming back, bro. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think American citizens at least are still good, but I think
Mhm.
since this past Friday, no Europeans can come to America, dude, for the rest of the month.
Damn.
It was like, well, all of Europe except for United Kingdom, England, you guys are cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I think over this past weekend, since Trump was getting roasted so much about it, he was like, you know what? Yeah, UK's banned too. Can nobody come through over here? That's super raw, man.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, like you said too, everything's getting canceled. Disneyland's shutting down. Did Universal Studios shut down, or just that event got canceled?
Just the event that I saw got canceled, but I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they're on the same page,
Mm-hmm.
of postponing things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm getting a lot of all my events being canceled, so that's why I'm hoping Disneyland reopens and Comic-Con too stays active.
Stays active, yeah. Because as it is now, well, E3 got canceled as well. I know Evo's getting canceled too. So a lot of video game stuff is getting affected. Like you said, PAX. Comic-Con might get canceled, bros.
Yeah, Coachella got canceled.
What do you call it? There's supposed to be a Comic-Con in Washington. It was either supposed to happen soon or around this time, and that got pushed to the summertime. You can't have like Seattle Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con at the same time. It's gonna be too crazy, bro.
Shit, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Who knows? We can dream.
Okay, so this is like my conspiracy theory. So much is gonna come out of this, dude. One of them is gonna be, man, we don't need this many Comic-Cons. Let's get rid of one. So whichever one's more popular, since they're both happening around the same time.
We're the most popular.
Shit, we'll see, dude. We'll see. It depends on the companies, where the companies go, right? Like, what if Marvel all goes to Seattle, and here in San Diego, it's just like the comic books.
I think they were like saying everyone loves San Diego's because of the weather and because of the stars. They're easy to come from LA.
Oh, that's true. Man, these past like few Comic-Cons, it's been hot as balls out here, though.
I don't know why. It was like freezing, and I remember one time it was like raining like the day before, and then all of a sudden it just stops, and it was like super hot.
Yeah,
on Comic-Con day. I was like, that must be like a lot of key energy or something generating.
It's for global warming, dude. Too many people's in one place, man.
Oh yeah, and that speaking of global warming too, I was like looking at, it sucks that everyone's getting locked down in China, but I'm like, holy crap. Are you guys starting to see a difference in the weather? Because if no one's driving on the street in China right now, like
the air's clearing up.
The air is clear,
Yeah, yeah. So that's part one. Part two is people are gonna realize that they don't have to go into fucking work, dude. Yeah. Everyone's gonna realize, hey, we can get as much stuff done at home as we do at work. Maybe in even less time, because we have more of an incentive to do free time shit at home than at work.
Dude.
So I think it's going to be a crazy transition to remote working is going to be the norm. And we're going to realize it like from this month from today until maybe the end of April, the world is going to change fucking super drastically, dude.
I hope so, because Microsoft did a study. They said that, people are more happier for when they're remote from home, or they're working less during the week, I mean. And and that too, I saw that Google, Microsoft, I forgot another big tech company, they basically told their employees they all can work from home.
Yeah. And conspiracy theory tied to that, I bet you they're gonna start to do that capping of like internet bandwidth and shit, dude. Since people are going to start making money off their home internet companies are going to be like, oh, hey, you can shoot some of that money over our way since you're using it more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to happen. What else is going to happen? I think we're going to have like a generation of people that are just going to be even more introverted than ever before, dude. I think there's enough out there, but there's going to be that much more people because of this fucking thing.
Hell yeah.
And I think I shared an article with you guys about how I thought it is in Italy, how Fortnite fucked up their internet for a little bit because all the kids were home from school at the same time playing Fortnite.
And playing video games.
So it fucked up their internet. Which come Monday, because all the schools got canceled, right? Come Monday, it'll be interesting if you could download a game. What if everything's just fucking slowed down, dude? Because all the kids are at home.
I've noticed my internet has been disconnecting randomly during the week, and I was like, wow, this is strange. I've never had this before. And the only thing I was doing is just looking at YouTube videos, but sometimes it would just like cut off, or when I'm watching anime, it would just randomly stop and reset. I'm like, this must be a lot of people on the internet right now.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is, dude.
Yep.
So crazy times, man. A lot of stuff's gonna. Oh shit! Here it comes, dude.
No.
Rick muted his mic real quick. But yeah, it's crazy. A lot of stuff is gonna is going to come out of this. I think some ulterior effects that we aren't even thinking about right now are going to be a result of this. It's going to be kind of crazy. How long do you think this will last, man? I know everything's kind of on the time frame of like from here until Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out, until that first week of April. I think that's how long schools are closed. That's how long everything is like estimated to go through. But do you think it'll be longer than that, or that's just about the right amount of time?
So as of today, I was looking at the news, browsing it, and they said that even though it's worse now, it's actually going to get more worse soon. But once it does, then it's going to reach that point, and then it's going to hit, start coming down. And I think it's going to be till maybe mid-April that things are going to start to, people are going to start coming out slowly, but they're going to be cautious when they do.
Because technically we're in a state of emergency right now, right?
It's a national emergency.
Yeah, the president just dropped the whole blanket. And realistically, it's so that he can have more administrative power than normally, right? He can dictate to do a bunch of shit, which is whatever. But so you've been watching a lot of the corona stuff, at least in China. Is it starting to taper down there, or are people still getting caught or catching it and dying at the same rate as when it started early on, or is it starting to taper off?
They're having it more. It's tapering down a little bit in China, and it's more controlled because of their methods. But
their methods are like fucking killing people and locking them in their houses.
Exactly. That's why they said that. Yeah, it's starting to taper down over there, but they still don't know how many are infected.
Sure.
How many, if it's still spreading. They don't know the situation. There's so many different factors because, it seems like, oh yeah, it will die down, but, it's actually spreading to more people in the meantime. And that's why a lot are finding out to get infected. And that's why they're saying that our health system, or at least, might not be able to handle so many people infected at the same time. Yeah.
Which hasn't gotten to that point, I don't think, yet, where it's become unbearable. But that's because I think, that's the reason everybody's buying up all the toilet paper. Although, you know what? I went out today. I went down south to National City. There was mad people out still, dude. And they were not 6 feet away from each other, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. When I went into Office Depot, there maybe only been like maybe 10 people in there, but still, everyone was like kind of crowded next to each other. And I was like, I thought we were supposed to stay 6 feet away from each other. What are you doing? I'm sitting on this chair. Leave me alone,
So,
let me try out my chairs.
I work in a clinic, right? And I usually hang out with, I think there's 4 people, including me, that, my lunch crew. And, just normally sit around a table. But since, that's the thing too, man. It's been raining this whole week, bro.
Yes, thank you.
It's like you're supposed to be inside when it's raining, right? So we're all we usually eat outside, but since it's raining, we're all crowded in the lunchroom and stuff. And, it's just the 4 of us. And there's other people who have 4 people around one table, 2 people around one table, whatever. Really not 6 feet apart, right? Because really, who cares? And the doctors, there's maybe 3 or 4 doctors that work in my entire clinic, and they come down for lunch too, and they're like, hey, everybody gets 6 feet apart now. You should have seen it, dude.
What?
Everybody fucking looked at them and then just continued eating lunch. And then they go, right? They go and get their lunch and start to sit down. They drag these tables fucking far apart, dude, and they're still talking to each other like that far away. I was like, all right, dude, the fuck? Come on. But it's just too insane out there right now, man. It's like there's so much information, but so little information at the same time, right? Like, I don't think I've heard from a person who has it. I don't think I've heard specifically what they're going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how it affects them, how hard it really is for them to get along while they have it, you know, because now you can get infected and not even have any symptoms. You know, you could just carry that shit along anywhere.
Yep.
So there's so much we know, but there's still so much to fucking find out. As corny as that shit sounds, man. It's just crazy times where we can almost believe fucking anything. I think someone was trying to sell silver water and said that shit can cure corona, man, when you don't fucking know that, dude. It's just regular water with silver in it.
Yep. Also, it was funny because I was like looking at a bunch of posts and you have like some kids, they're trying to sell, like, I think it's almost like a dime bag filled of Purell. He got suspended. My cousin's trying to sell that shit too.
No way, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude. That's karma.
Oh man, that's crazy. If you were in a coma starting November 2019 and woke up from that coma today, you would be so confused, dude. It's like a fucking zombie movie out here, dude. No more toilet paper, fucking no more Lysol wipes and shit. It's fucking insane out here, man.
Yeah. Can I get a nugget?
Oh man, it's broken. But no, for real, everybody sing the ABCs forwards and backwards while you wash your hands, you know. Just do what you can to be safe and be healthy, dude, because shit. I mean, my theory, you already know my theory. I feel like we should all just catch it, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Oh no, because you could catch corona again. Never mind. I was just gonna say, because if you catch it, you could be immune, but that's not the case with this one. I say we should all catch it and just quarantine all the healthy people and just have all the sick people hang out together, dude.
Yeah, I saw the Australia's team, I don't know, researchers or whatever, but basically they're trying to find the vaccine for it too, and they're infecting ferrets because their immune system are very similar to ours, so they're trying to find a way like how it works. So yep. Forgot where I was going with that, but I think UCSD or UC San Diego, one of them, someone in the team in San Diego found vaccine, so now they're testing it on mice.
So this just popped in my head randomly as you're explaining this, right? So I only have this point of view in my head because of my sister. My sister is vegan, right? So she's all about love for the animals, not doing anything to harm animals, not even eating honey because that's harmful to bees, right? I wonder if this vaccine came out and she had corona, would she not take the vaccine because they tested it on animals, dude?
Or what if the vaccine is made out of honey?
Yes, dude. These are the questions I need to be asking my sister, dude. I'm actually going to text her right now and ask her.
And she'll be like, oh, hell yes. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, your beliefs are shattered in a day.
Oh, man, I'm actually texting her right now, dude. This is going to be funny to find out.
You're eating a bee's poo-poo. Or wait, throw up. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, shit. The things, dude. The things we have to worry about in society. Since we don't have to worry about more dire shit. Well, yeah, it's a wild world right now. And you would think, right, that with all this, the rain, the coronavirus, everything forcing you to stay inside, I'd be so happy just playing video games, right? Psych, not when my power goes out, dude.
Yeah,
fucking
playing video
man.
games,
Dude,
and
I was crying so hard.
I was confused because we were like playing, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and I was like, dude. Oh man, it must be these kids playing with the internet again, them Fortniters and stuff like that. And I was like, oh wait a minute, I'm still connected to the internet. What happened?
Yeah. So I'm painting this picture. I'm ready to go home. I'm hearing Friday afternoon. I'm hearing all these stories about people getting to work from home. I just got out of a meeting saying I can't work from home. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, dude, whatever. So I'm just ready to go home. Neo 2 just came out. I'm ready to co-op, do some samurai ninja action on there. I finally get home, get a nice meal going, jump in the game. Rick and I are playing the first level. Like I said, I'm supposed to be inside because it's raining. Corona's out there falling from the sky. Getting it in, killing all these fucking zombie samurai. Then all of a sudden, all the power goes out. And I was like, oh, man. So I go out, drive around the neighborhood. It's only our block that doesn't have power, dude.
Fuck.
Like, houses 2 streets down have power. It's hurting my feelings, And from my experience, blackouts occur for maybe at least the power's going to be out for 3 hours, So I'm in there for the long run. So I'm just hanging out with my roommate, for that time. And then while we're hanging out, I get a message and an email from SDG&E saying that the estimated time that the power is going to come back is midnight. I was like, oh, I think the power went out at like 7 o'clock, dude. So I'm crying. I'm like, whatever, man. We'll just call this night a wash. I'm still up though around midnight, and I'm like, oh man, this power comes back on soon. I'll hit up Rick. We can get in on these Neo Samurai actions again, right? The power's not on. I think I stayed up maybe until 2:30, and the power still didn't come on, man.
Shit. I think I went to bed at 2.
Yeah. It was fucking horrible Friday night, dude. I think the power came back on maybe around 5 or 6 in the morning, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It was the worst, dude.
I know, and we only played for maybe an hour.
Not even, dude. Maybe like half an hour, bro.
Yeah, because we're getting excited, and we're like, oh hell yeah, we got our custom characters, we can role play, and then boom, you disappear, and I was like, what happened? Did I lose power? No.
I did.
Shit.
It's so bad. I think I've lived here for a year, almost exactly a year. There have been 4 power outages in the amount of time I've lived here, dude. I think I've talked about it on here too, because one killed my computer, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a grip, man. I don't know what it is with this area, dude. We're fucking expendable. It's crazy.
Damn. Maybe it's not even SDG&E. Maybe it's just your landlord. Like, oh shit, I didn't pay the full.
There's like a secret.
There's
like a secret fucking alien base over here or something that draws our power. What I'm really waiting for though, is the day where everybody doesn't have power and I'm the only one with power. That'll make this all worth it, dude. I'll make it all worth it.
All I can tell you is when I don't have power, I will be barbecuing a pizza in the grill. So have you ever tried it? I think I've talked about this.
Yeah. You said your dad did it one time.
Yes. And but make sure you have like one of those stone, well, I don't know what the things are called, the stone pizza cooker holder thing that goes under it. Otherwise the pizza's gonna fall through. It's gonna bake and fall through. But dude, that was one of the best pizzas I've ever had.
That's fucking funny, dude. But yeah. So I mean, Neo 2 did come out. Rick and I were eventually able to play. Well, before that, played some Witcher 3, and like you, dude, everything I do in that game makes it seem like it's about to end. Right?
Yeah.
I did this Witcher contract, got an achievement on Steam that said completed all Witcher contracts. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to beat this. The mission I'm on is the last stand. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to beat this. I start the last stand. All of a sudden it's like, okay, we have to split up in 2 teams. You have to go to this island and you have to go to this island and figure it out. I go to the 2 different islands and there's like 12 people I have to help out before I'm able to do my mission on the island, dude. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. I finished that DLC, Heart of Stone. One of the best DLC stories I think I've ever played, man.
Damn.
I've beat it in about in 2 or 3 days maybe, but I was super into it, dude. The story's really, really interesting. It's one of the best, and it's crazy because I feel like it's the most Witcher thing I've ever done, if that makes any sense, right?
Yeah.
Where it starts off as a normal Witcher contract where Geralt has to go to this area and kill a monster. He does it, finds out there's deeper, darker criminal links to it, and he just falls in this rabbit hole of trying to solve it, which almost ends up you like saving the world from this great evil. You know what I mean? It gets that deep and dark. And when you come out of it, Geralt's just like looking at the sunrise, and the fucking Witcher logo goes on the sunrise and says Heart of Stone. And the credits start playing. And when the credits end, Geralt's just still standing there on the cliff. And then he turns around and goes, "Where's Roche?" And I was like, oh my God, wait. I still have to save the world from the Wild Hunt. What am I doing? But that's the thing where it's like Geralt has this one big quest that he wants to do in his life or whatever. But he has these stupid little things that turn out to be big things. I guess the way I can equate it is to like Winter Soldier, right? How that movie is its own story, but what really is crazy is fighting Thanos in Avengers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that good of a mini story within the bigger theme of things, man. And I don't know, you got to play it, dude. It's so good.
Oh yeah. When you told me that I can put it on my Switch, I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna have to actually play it on the Switch." But yeah, I think if you power through the main story, you probably be done in a week. Well, actually, I don't know where you are.
So the part I'm at, since you finished this already, the part I'm at is, spoiler alert for anyone that wants to play Witcher 3 but hasn't yet. I got the Sunstone so that we can prevent other Wild Hunt guys from teleporting in, and we could just fight the king by himself. At the same time, I think I have to grab the Nilfgaardians. Like, I have to grab them to help me, like, fight the Wild Hunt too, you know? So I got the Sunstone, and right now I'm trying to talk to the Nilfgaardian sorceress, Fringilla, who's actually in the TV show. So how far am I from the end, dude?
I forgot.
So I'm at the part where there's a bunch of Nilfgaard boats, like they're about to take over Skellige. So I have to sneak onto one of the boats and find Fringilla.
Oh. One of the boats? Oh, actually, you might be almost there. Yeah, you might be almost there.
Okay.
I think if you just keep going.
How many endings are there in Witcher? You said you watched all the endings?
There's supposed to be only one ending. Or
okay.
I don't know, actually. I really don't know.
Oh, shit. Because there's some choices, dude, that I think Heart of Stone is a microcosm of the entire Witcher 3 game. And there's some choices that I almost missed that if I missed it, I would have a completely different ending, dude. So I'm hoping that's not because it's so subtle. It's so subtle. It's not like it's a main story thing. It's just you know, our natural curiosity. I see it a lot now that we're playing Neo. You know what I mean? How we check every nook and cranny and shit. Like, we don't even tell each other where we're going. We just go there and, you know, look around. But this is our natural curiosity. So there's this one mission where it tells you where to go. But of course, I'm like, oh, hey, this house is right next door. Let me see what's in here. And I go in there and this whole thing plays out, which helps me out in the ending. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? If I never walked into that house, the game didn't tell me to, I would have missed this whole shit. And the ending would be completely different. I hope that's not what happens here. This is 100 hours, dude. You're telling me I missed something in 100 hours and it's going to fuck up my whole ending? Oh my God, dude. I'll be so upset.
All I know is my objective was different from saving the world. It was get Ciri and also get a happy ending.
So just be like one big family with her and Yennefer?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I ended up kind of skimming to get to that. So,
okay. I think so. My goal is for Ciri to be happy and for me to be happy with Triss, dude. Which is gonna be crazy. I think Yennefer's gonna kill us, but we'll see how it turns out, man. I'm just scared, dude. I'm really just scared that I'm gonna get an ending I don't want. My actions have been like, you know, subliminally adding up to have a bad ending, but we'll see how it goes, dude.
Yeah, I actually had to pause the game and look up the guide and see which choice was the best choice
to get your best ending. I'm not mad at that. I'd be upset, dude. I'm gonna be upset. I feel like.
Well, if you did like the DLC, maybe you'll like the ending of this one.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't miss anything. So that was during the week. Did you play anything during the week before Neo came out?
A lot of Pokemon Go.
Okay.
But other than that, I was sick like this whole week, man, and taking medicine, knocking out, reading manga. But I have been into this isekai, which is another world kind of thing, and it talks about food. There's a couple of them, and it's like this. They have like a portal basically, and it goes. The chefs from Japan as of today go into this. You know, the restaurant has a door, and it goes to the other worlds or whatever. And there's like they serve like elves, monsters, and humans, all types of like Japanese cuisine. But it's the reaction. It's just like Shokugeki no Soma. You know, you see like
their clothes come off and shit.
Well, no, but but still, like, you know, it shows like the food, and then kind of explains how the food is made. And I was like, damn, dude, I want to try some of that eel unagi kind of stuff. And I was like, that looks really good. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I've been playing too much video games other than Neo.
Yeah, dude, because I forgot how great this game was, man. I don't know how, dude, but I forgot how great this game was. Because we said earlier, we started playing Neo 2. Unfortunately, my power went out, so we went back. I think Rick and I talked a little bit about, let's go back, let's play Neo 2. I think you mentioned, my heart's not fulfilled. We didn't finish Neo 1. We were on the last DLC, right? So like, okay, yeah, fine, let's go finish this last DLC. We were getting our asses kicked, dude.
Holy fucking how to shit. Play. Fuck, man. I thought I was the shit back then, but I know they nerfed a lot of my ninja stuff, and they especially nerfed the talisman, the sloth talisman, which you know slows down the enemy. But other than that, yeah, like holy fuck, man, I had to think about attacking. You know, I can't trip them like how I used to. I can't use my ninja tactics. They run over my spikes like it's candy. You know, that's why I had to respect. I think after I think it was the final mission, when we stopped, we were getting our asses whooped. But when we stopped, I respected like 5 times just because.
Wait, from that book?
Yeah, I used 5 books, man.
Oh my god, dude!
Because I would respect and I would pick like all my skills, and I was like, okay, this might be good for the last mission. But it turns out I was like, wait a minute, why do I even have this many scrolls to sneak around, to backstab? I'm like, 90% of the time, you know, since I'm playing with you, we're always seen, so there's no use for me to be invisible. You know, and then since they're running over my spikes, why am I even having those? Let me try something else. So yeah, I was using like buffs, like defense buff. It was kind of like Geralt's. You know, remember that shield?
Oh,
the one that like takes hit, or he doesn't take any damage, but then yeah. So I kept
explodes out, so everybody else takes damage when they hit you.
Well, that's one of them. So like. One is if I die, my body explodes. It has like a shuriken fire, whatever explosion. 2 is I have Geralt that shield thing on me. So I kept in the middle of the fight. I kept popping it instantaneously. So that's why I was surviving a lot of the hits, because my ninja is only spec'd out to do just max damage and max crits. But yeah. Oh man, just thinking about that battle, it took us for fucking ever.
So, I guess the DLC we're in was, I guess, the whole of Neo, right? Is someone brings these Amrita and starts summoning demons to help out take over all of Japan, right? Main game of Neo, we help out, get rid of all these demons from Japan, stop the war, go back home, kill whoever it is that started this whole shit. And then the DLCs is someone again tries to bring the demons and then Marita back to Japan to try and take over. Maria, oddly enough, who looks exactly like Maria from fucking Bloodborne. Yeah, crazy. So we're stopping her. So we're in the middle of this battle, teaming up with people that we used to be fighting against, and we're sieging a castle, right? This is the first mechanic ever in this game that's like this, where you're running through a battlefield, and every so often, fucking arrows will come at you, so you have to look for cover. I'm sweating thinking about it, dude. Like, because it's cool in the beginning, right? All you have to worry about is running from cover to cover. Then all of a sudden, they start throwing enemies behind the cover who can like hit you out of it, right?
Yep.
And then that doesn't make you sweat enough. They start shooting cannonballs that can destroy the cover.
Yeah.
It's just, it hurts so much, dude, playing that level, man.
Dude, and that's the thing when we're playing co-op. Mm-hmm. Once we both die, we have to start that whole level that we spent an hour on, like just searching all these nooks and crannies, and then all of a sudden we have to start it all over.
Yeah.
So at that point, we start speed running through all of it because we already found what we needed and we got the experience and materials, but still, like, I think we're kind of doing this in Neo 2. Like, we would die once we get super far, and then we just like start running to,
because we know where to go.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's still fun when you like, even when we're dying a lot, it's still fun, like knowing there's a challenge that we have to get over. And so
and it was crazy. So the last mission was basically a Mega Man type boss rush, where it's a tower, 4 levels, and you have to fight 4 different bosses. So that was the biggest struggle. Rick and I were just getting our asses kicked by the second boss. We couldn't figure out how to fight him.
Dude, and then
unfortunately, Rick respect. We upgraded our armor too.
Oh yeah, that's why.
That's the thing. We upgraded our armor. I was
like, man, we whooped him twice. We haven't died to him since after we upgraded.
Yeah.
So I guess it does really
that
make
is
a difference.
What it was. Yeah. So Rick and I were probably banging our heads against the wall on this last mission for maybe 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
And then I had to run back. Ooh, I have a question for you later. It just reminds me. I had to hang out with my cousin and play D&D with him for a little bit and jump back in to play Neo with Rick. We beat it within 2 tries. Like the second try we beat it. I was like, what? All right, that's cool. Like, and in between us failing and us beating it, we upgraded our weapons. Rick respect 5 times, so it worked out a lot better. So it was cool. We felt like gods, right? Finishing this. And then we play Neo 2. We have no skills, no abilities, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have any of my attacks. I can't parry anything.
Dude, I only have 3 attacks, and that's pull the enemy, sweep the enemy, and downstab the enemy. Well, I didn't have the first 2, so I felt completely useless just like trying to hit the enemy. I was like, how did I even fight like this? Like, I am slow like a slug. Dude, it's crazy. Like, and then the way it's leveling, it's like you're forced to choose now. Prerequisites.
What you want to do. And the leveling system is a little bit, how can I say this? I think it's easier but more complex at the same time, right?
Yeah.
To where in the last Neo game, it was kind of confusing on how you can get skill points and everything.
Yeah.
For what you wanted to do. And this one, it's a lot easier, but there's a lot more skill trees to put points on, For example, there's 3 main ones. You could level up your being a samurai, being a ninja, or being like a magic user. So you level that up individually, and then you can level up which weapon you use, and you get skill points for each of these things just depending on if you fight like a samurai, you get samurai points. If you fight like a ninja, you get ninja points. If you use magic, you get magic points. Then whatever weapon you're holding at the time, you get a point for that too. But I feel like you get it at random intervals. Like you can't say, I'll kill 5 people with a sword and then I get a skill point, right? Doesn't it feel just super random when you get it?
Neo 2, I didn't really pay attention too much. Like, I was just spamming everything that was ninja tools, and then I was like, "Oh, hey, I got a point."
Yeah, see, exactly.
I don't know what the qualifications is. I don't know if it's rather you have to hit enemies 5 times or at least throw it 5 times. Yeah, so either way, I'm like, I am trying to spec out everything in my ninja and make me run faster. But yeah, it's kind of trickier to figure out how to unlock it without just using those locks, ninja locks that you get, or the other piece.
That being said, I hope it gets to a point where we're not even like a third of the way through the game, and I'm already just like mastered all the katana techniques I want and mastered being a samurai, you know? So halfway through the game, I could be like, let me switch this up. Let me use the, what do you call it? Let me use the scythe. You know what I mean? I'll still have the time to play new content with a new weapon so I can kind of feel something fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hope it's not too crazy in that regard. Also, I think it was so cool that we played the first Neo and really had to get back into the mechanics of leveling weapons up and moving around techniques from weapon to weapon, you know, soul matching and forging. You respect a couple times, so you went through the leveling up system. And then playing Neo 2 to see how they improved that or made it easier, you know?
Yeah.
I think that was really cool, because I think you even said that a lot of stuff is easier in Neo 2 to navigate through.
Yeah, it's not as confusing because number one, it was even with the tutorial, it's still confusing to understand it, and even the people admit it at the beginning of their YouTube videos. Just like it's just so crazy. You have to visually see it happen in order to understand why it's happening, and so that for the longest time I was doing a lot of research, and then I figured it out, and I was like, oh, okay, Neo 2 is more. It's supposed to be more simple, more simplistic, but yeah, we'll see later down the line once we start getting all those ultra rare items and
see what different skills there are.
Yeah, because there's some skills that I've never seen before, like the kill the enemy and then you get health back. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because there aren't. I don't think there's set bonuses. Like in Monster Hunter, how there's set bonuses, I don't think there's that in Neo 1. So that's definitely something they introduced in Neo 2. That now, I guess so Neo 2 is kind of like a prequel to Neo, and you don't play as William. You're just this random, I guess we're a demon, right? We're half demon at least, because we have this human form, and then we could transform into a demon. At the same time, at the same time, we can have demon skills that we throw out. My favorite one right now is this baby arm, where like one of my arms just turns really, really huge, and I swing this giant like cricket bat. Dude, that thing is strong, man.
It is, and then it does like knockback too.
Yeah, that tore up. There's this giant horse that you can fight in the first level, and we fought it in a different mission. And using that giant cricket bat, our baby arm against him, is super strong, dude. It fucked him up.
Yep. It staggers them.
Yeah.
I still don't understand that whole
parry
thing. You know, like I know it does knock them out, and I've done it too. Like I've knocked it out, but I've taken damage. Yeah. But then I was reading the text a little bit more, and it says that if you do it at the right time, you can like really parry them. So I just got to figure it out, and I think you did yours too at one of those bosses.
Because I've been doing some as well. Enemies now have this charge up attack where it kind of flashes red, and you know that this crazy attack, like a grab or something, is coming to get you. And if you time it right, you can. I think it's called a yokai burst or something, and parry that attack, and it'll take away all their ki, and you just have a bunch of free hits. Rick and I were fighting this boss. Of course, we were co-oping it, and I don't think we had that many revives left, so I was super scared, and we almost had him killed. And usually when we're about to kill a boss is where we die. You know what I mean? So we just get too excited. So he's about to die, and he had that flash of red, so I just randomly, I never really tried to parry because I haven't mastered it yet, but I did it, and it worked, and he like sat down. I was like, oh shit.
And then we unloaded on him.
Unloaded on him. But I heard there's 3 different kinds of spirits we can get. There's a brute, phantom, and something else. Feral, I think. And each one has a different type of parry. Like you have to time it differently depending on which one you're using. So we haven't even mastered one. We don't even know how one works. So
exactly,
this game is deep. It's going to be interesting moving forward. That being said, it's super fun. I can't wait actually till, especially experiencing the Neo endgame like we did, where we got to be really picky about what skills we wanted to take, what we wanted to do with our swords. I can't wait till we get to that with Neo 2, dude.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be fun. Oh, because there's demon weapons as well. You can have possessed weapons, and after you get a certain amount of kills, your weapon starts talking to you, and it gets so much stronger. Like I think I had a blade beam on mine.
Oh, mine hasn't talked to me yet.
Really?
But yeah, I started seeing it glow though when I was defeating enemy, and it makes this weird sound when I'm swinging it. So I don't know if that's part of it too.
Well, yeah, it's cool because it gives you another, I guess, and it's random too. Well, it's not really random, but you can't really like time out when your sword is going to be possessed, right? Because you can't be like, all right, I'm going to kill 3 more enemies just in time for the boss, so my sword can be powered up for the boss. You can't really do that. So I think it's just like a cool bonus. It's like a berserker mode, I treat it as. Because I think we fought, that monkey we fought, and my sword got angry and all super powered, and we killed that monkey in like 3 seconds, dude. That was crazy. But yeah, I mean, I heard there's complaints about people saying Neo 2 is more the same. More or less it kind of is. They added some new mechanics and things like that. The gameplay loop is more or less the same, but that's not a bad thing. Neo's fucking fun, man.
Yeah. And I'm glad, they didn't add too much new things. Like, I'm very familiar how to use my weapon. Like, I don't have to think too much of learning something new, change my combo, because you can pick a lot of different things to add on to your combos, but I'm a simple guy. All I need is to trip the enemy, stab them. So, we have this dynamic thing going on, and while you're attacking the enemy, I'm just constantly swinging my my little kunai thing and pulling the enemy right when he's about to hit. It's just stuff like that just staggers the enemy a lot, because we can gang up on a lot of people, even bosses. It's funny that I can trip them and pull them onto their feet, but when they're in super mode, then that's when I'm like, oh god, I have to fight like a real person.
Yeah. But nah, dude, just more samurai action, dude. I'm loving it, dude. It's too fun.
There's a lot of scenes too when I'm watching you fight, and then right when the enemy's about to hit, you do like a quick draw and like slash the enemy's head off. And I'm like, damn, dude, I might actually pick up a sword or something.
Dude, yeah. No, the game is too fun. And I think it's it feels worth it too, Like you said, you did a lot of reading into skills and tweaking your armor. Even now, we're really looking into like which little skills in each armor piece we want to use, Yeah. And after all of that, when you get into a battle and you see all those effects working that you picked yourself, it's super worth it. So I think the payoff is good. It would suck if like you got all this armor and tweaked all this, spent all this time reading, you get into a fight and you like die in 2 hits, that would be super annoying. So one thing I don't like is how when you're fighting a boss or a mini boss or something, they get to a certain health and that you go into this yokai realm where everything's black and white and it's a little bit harder to regain your ki. I do not like that mechanic, dude. I didn't like it in the demo. I don't like it now, although I think it's less harsh now than it was in the demo. I felt like in the demo your ki didn't regenerate at all, and now at least it does a little bit. If you keep key pulsing, it's a lot better, But if you don't, then you won't regenerate for a little bit, man. That's how I was dying to that one boss. The dude with 1 foot and the hammer.
Yeah.
I ran out of key or stamina throughout that entire fucking battle, dude. So
that's why I'm like, man. And they changed a little bit of the names, like what the key does, what regeneration does, but it's generally the same. And I'm afraid too, when we get later down to the last bosses, they might implement that completely, and we're just gonna have to key pulse the entire way. I remember I do have an ability. I don't know if it's just for my chaining kunai, but every time I dodge, it does a key pulse thing. So that's why
I remember that too.
Yeah, so I think we all have it, but we just have to time it right.
Is it a certain stance though? Is it low stance?
I think it might be low stance, but
I
remember doing that a lot.
But that's cool. It's the game's got its own rhythm, Like Sekiro, the rhythm was like jump into battle, parry, 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 attack, attack, run back a little bit, jump back in, parry, 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 all that stuff.
Yeah.
This one, it's more like attack, sidestep, go in and out depending what the attack looks like. There's 5 different kinds of parries you could do. And you can regenerate your ki faster if you take that extra split second to, switch a stance or press R1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the gameplay loop and the mechanics are super fun altogether. That and the story, I think I like it a little bit better this time around. Just because it's not so dire, I guess. In the first one, it feels like you're fighting against the end of the world. In this one, you're just trying to help this guy make money. So it's a lot more laid back. Man. But yeah, no, like I said, I can't wait till we get to the end game, man. And really tweak our stuff to be the perfect samurais like we were in Neo 1.
Neo 1, yeah.
It was just rough because in Neo 1, I could pull off a string of like an attack that could go for, I don't know, over 10 hits. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Neo 2, I swing my sword twice, I'm tired. Like,
I
gotta hang out.
That's why when I'm like pulling the people, I only can pull them like maybe 2 times, trip them 2 times. And then after that, I'm like, oh, God, my asthma, I need my inhaler.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, more Neo 2 to come. Really, Rick and I have only beat like 3 levels, I think. There's so much more in this game to fucking play, man, but I can't wait. And somehow I'll try to fit Witcher 3 in there since I'm almost done. I have a whole load of DLC to play, which I heard it's best to play it once you finish the game, so we're almost there. So yeah, dude. Oh, question. I had a question for you, actually.
Yes.
Do you miss when we didn't know how much health a boss, or just an enemy in general, we didn't know that, like, that was a mystery. We didn't know how much health they had.
And video games in general?
Oh yeah, in video games. You missed that?
So I think what happened was I got super used to seeing the boss health, because I remember back in the day, like we didn't know what the health bar was of a lot of video games, and we always had to just keep attacking. I think even in Xenogears, you don't even know what their health bars are. You just have to look at whether, because when they do get weak, they start going down on their knee, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm getting closer to defeating them. But recently I played Legend of Zelda, and nobody has a health bar, but you have to wear the main tunic if you want to see their life.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when I realized, I was like, holy crap. Like, I think I was so used to always having that naturally inside video games that I did forget that, we were at times back in the day where we never had that.
Yeah.
So I do miss like seeing the games where they don't have a health bar, but the longer you do battle, you start seeing like, like if you're fighting a robot, their electricity, the electricity starts going around their arm, like they're getting weak or stuff like that, or they start sweating more,
Yeah, because I feel the same too, because there are times, I mean, what is there? That's a perfect example, actually. Or maybe Super Mario, where it's like on the boss, you have to, like in Super Mario Odyssey, right? Mm-hmm. When you're fighting the rabbits, the wedding planners, it's just naturally ingrained in our heads from playing Mario games for so many years. If you jump on the rabbit's head 3 times, you win the fight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But he doesn't have a health bar. You just know that's going to happen there. In Final Fantasy like 7, you didn't know how much health anybody had. You just kept attacking until that shit was done, right?
Yep.
And now I think it feels like a race. It's just a race to bring this bar down to 0 as fast as you can while leaving yours up. Where back in the day it was more of a surprise, where it's like, oh man, I beat it. Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
I liked it so much, where instances where you were saving your ability just for that last moment, just in case shit hit the fan, and then you beat it without using that. You just feel like a boss, dude. You're just like, oh man, I didn't even need my strongest ability. I didn't need to reveal my trap card yet. Like in Resident Evil, for example, the zombies don't have health bars. They just fall and stop moving. And then everything else, I don't know if that would work in like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or Neo though, or Sekiro. I think in those games, you kind of have to have those bars to manage your inventory, maybe like your heals and stuff.
That's true. And I'm thinking, now that I'm thinking more into it, maybe it's because since they're introducing more elements, like for example in Neo, you have a lot of the attack stats, defense stats, courage stats, spirit stats, all these stats. So they need something to show that you can measure how well you're faring off against the enemy.
Man, see, I don't know. But that's something too, where it's like it gives it that extra difficulty buff. Let's say like you're trying to poison an enemy, right? Mm-hmm. And the way it shows poison is if maybe some green mist or something starts falling off of the enemy, right?
Like Monster Hunter.
Exactly, yeah. See, Monster Hunter, those enemies don't really have health bars, and it's like that exciting when you beat the monster and it's like, oh hey, nice. It's just that I think that rewarding feeling is a lot better. It's not as rewarding when you see the health bar reach 0. You're like, all right, cool. I beat it. I knew I was almost there and got to that point, Like us, we pop our supers like right before we kill the boss. Damn, I just lost my train of thought, dude. Got distracted by Monster Hunter.
Like, Monster Hunter they start weakening, and when you start seeing them limping, then I'm like, oh, like we're getting close.
The poison. Yeah. So what if there was a game where, there's probably a game like this, it's just not in my mind right now, where you're trying to poison something because that's the bread and butter of your attack. You're spec'd in this game to just deal poison damage, but the enemy is immune to poison. You just don't know that. But you're still desperately trying to get him poisoned. I think that'd be really cool, because like I said, that just adds a little difficulty to the game, where you kind of have to discern or have this outside knowledge of the fight, before you get into it. I think that would be really sick. All in all, I think I miss it. Games nowadays, I don't think are built for that.
Nope.
But I think it would be cool, because at the same time, too, video games with huge HUDs hurt my feelings, man. And Neo 2 has a lot going on. I guess that's weird for me. Yeah, I guess that's weird for me to say, right? Because my two favorite games, or my like 2 games I'm really, really playing, 3 games I'm really, really playing, are Witcher 3, Monster Hunter Iceborne, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and Neo 2. And those have all kinds of shit going on the screen, right?
Yeah.
You have your health bar, your stamina bar, the map, the items, your weapon sharpness, what magic you have ready, status ailments. There's just so much shit going on the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I actually hate that stuff, dude. I just want it to be just the game, and that's it. In fact, I installed a mod on Witcher where if my sword is sheathed, there's nothing else on the screen. You know, I'm just walking around, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to get back to a game where everything is kind of just as you see it. You know, there's not too many bars or anything like that show. Which now that I'm thinking about it, I hope The Last of Us 2 is like that, because you had a health bar, Joel did, but none of the enemies really had health bars. You know,
you might like Legend of Zelda. You only have your health bar really to focus on, and your stamina, and that's mainly it. And maybe your map. So you don't have anything else really on the screen. And and I agree with Neil also. That's why when we in between missions, when we get back from the mission, I take like almost 2 minutes, like, because I'm trying to remember like where to go, right, in all these HUDs, and what to do and what to look for. And you know, every time like I press ready, we're always jumping to the mission. And I was thinking, I was like, man, how come you're always ready before me? You know, like I would think that we were going through all of these leveling and upgrading and readying the jutsus and the weapons, you know, but I think it's just I get so confused with everything.
You have to see everything again.
Even though I've seen it a million times, in my mind I have to like rethink, what does this mean? Oh yeah, I remember now. Ready the jutsu. Oh, that's right. I have to learn it first. You know, like it's always like that one track thing.
That's true. Yeah, you have to go back and pick your spells and upgrade them and everything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I get that. So that's just my little like observation. I think it came to me after playing Dungeons and Dragons last night with my cousin, to where we're fighting this boss, and I was really holding back on using my strongest spells because I didn't know if it was about to die or not. You know what I mean? So it just brought me back to like video games where it's like, oh, you know, I really don't get that feeling anymore, where it's really
a mystery.
A mystery or a crapshoot in your head on when you should reveal, you know, your strongest ability, or you should reveal that you can go Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? It's not really a mystery. It's just, you know, you have that end goal now, and you just got to get there either way. You know what I mean? So you can just pop it at any time. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Like I said, I hope Last of Us 2 fills that void, and I don't have to look at health bars anymore.
No, man, you gotta have to look at your bullet stat points.
What kind of bullet is if your bullet's broken or not?
If it can fly, how far it can go, travel, velocity, gravity.
That should be a fucking, I don't know. That should be a feature in every video game, to where if there's a break in the action, if nothing is changing, if you're not taking any damage, you're not attacking, just let the HUD fade out, dude. Just let the HUD fade out. I want to see this damn beautiful game with beautiful graphics that you worked so hard on. You know, I want to see that box that you put in the corner of that room. I want to see it. I want to see everything about this game. So, oh yeah, that's just a weird observation I'd made. But yeah, man, like I said, more Neo for us. What do you got? Anything else, man, going on besides hiding from coronas?
I think I am full from Butterfingers. I got
did you get your codes yet?
10. No. So that's what I'm worried about. I'm it said I got the maximum codes, but then I'm like, where is it? You know, like, but the thing is, because I first did like 4 Butterfingers, and then I got an email saying, "Oh, you still have like 5 chances to get the remaining codes." And I was like, "Okay." So then I ended up buying 2 more, and then it says you got 4 more chances. I said, you know what, might as well, because you said that if you buy the max, you don't have to buy the rest. So that's where I fucked up at. But I ended up buying the max, and then it says you've received the maximum amount of codes in the promotion, and thank you for participating. I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean I didn't get it, or does that mean, I'm getting what? Where's my code? So, but it did say it's going to take 3 to 5 business days to process.
Yeah. I think we talked about this earlier, but I really think there's a person that's looking at all the pictures of receipts that people are sending in.
Yeah.
And like saying, okay, yeah, check that off. You can have the codes.
Yeah, that's what I was like, man, I should have just bought it right off the bat, because now he's probably saying, oh, you already used so many amount of receipts, but yeah, I think I should be getting it. I hope so.
Yeah.
It said it got approved Friday, so maybe 3 to 5 business days, I'm guessing.
Okay, so hopefully by the end of next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, the items are cool. There's little armor pieces. I think there's a water materia or something they give you too. I'm not sure what it is, or how it acts in the game. One thing, especially since they send you pictures of what these things look like, I hope when characters wear it in Final Fantasy VII, I hope it shows. You know what I mean? Like, we already know that if you change their weapon, the weapon they're holding changes too. But I hope that depending on the armor you're wearing, that's visible as well. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, I think that is it, man. I think that's it for us this week. A lot of samurai action and hiding from viruses, dude.
Yeah. And coughing, and I hope I don't have anything. So yeah, Godspeed.
Godspeed to everybody. Just remember to wear those masks, man.
Yep.
And wash your hands. ABC, forwards and backwards, dude.
Dude, I am tired of the ABCs now. I said A, B, C, D, and then I was like, all right, I'm thinking I'm getting done. I'm done.
We need to come up with a new song, dude. We need to sing. I don't know. What else can you sing? What's a short song that you can sing, dude? Sing the Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
Oh, shit. But yeah, so that's it for us this week. We'll see you guys next week. You had a question, Rick?
If you can choose one food to get delivered to you
right now
for a year.
Ooh, for a year?
No, that's too much. 2 months. Only one food.
Is that all I'm eating? Or can I eat other stuff?
Well, you can, but like, it'll be delivered to you, guaranteed, every day.
Jollibee, dude. A chicken joy.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, man. I just ate that today, and I still want some more of it, dude.
You should get the bucket. Those are pretty good.
But low key, too. It's probably the only, like, consistent place you can get rice right now, dude.
Yes.
Selling out of rice everywhere.
See, that's my idea. I want to open like a restaurant, a fast food restaurant chain where it sells rice and some sort of meat, whether it's chicken, where it's karage bowl, or that too. You know what's good? Like eating curry. And what happened is I was eating curry and I ate chicken karage too. And then I accidentally dropped my chicken karage in the curry.
In the curry? Oh,
it was amazing, dude. It was God tier. And then I put some mayonnaise on it, or spicy mayonnaise. Oh my dude. It was amazing.
So you want to try to do that in a drive-thru?
Well, everything, like you're like, oh, you want some rice and bacon? Boom, rice and bacon. You want some rice and eggs? Boom, rice bowl of egg. You want some chicken katsu? Boom. You want some curry? Boom. And it's in the drive-thru. Like
that would be crazy.
There's only 2 things that is not in drive-thru: pizza and rice. Other than Jollibee, but yeah.
I would fully support you on that, dude.
Yeah, just slice of pizza, like boom.
Delivered. Yeah, Jollibee, too much, man. I'll take it. Damn. We'll see you next week. Peace.